What's going on, everyone? Chris from Pickdawgz.com here with the Wraparound, where we're going to be breaking down the NHL action going down on Saturday, December 9th, 2023. Now, if you haven't already, please make sure you're subscribed to our channel. Smash that thumbs up. It helps us out a ton. We just got over 100 million views here on our YouTube channel, so thank you so much for that. We appreciate all the love and support. If you're looking for my best bets on the board, make sure you head to Pickdawgz.com. Click the Premium Picks tab at the top of the page. Let's get you some winners. I mean, I know Christmas and the holidays are around the corner. I said it the last couple days, and I did some shopping yesterday, so I can keep saying it. The bills are going to be expensive. The presents are expensive. So let's make you guys some money. You know, I love the card. It's a massive, loaded, stacked card, whatever you want to say about it. Stacked card on Saturday. I got NHL on the board. I'm going to have college hoops on the board. The NBA in-season tournament final on the board as well. So make sure you head on over to Pick Dawgz Premium. Check it out. Let's put some winners. Let's put some cash in your guys' pocket. But anyways, forget about that. Let's focus on this. Got a 12-game NHL card on Saturday. Getting a little bit ahead of myself. 12 games on the NHL card on Saturday. You ready? I'm ready. Let's get into it. Our first game on the board takes us to the TD Garden, where the Boston Bruins take on the Arizona Coyotes, and both of these teams coming in 14-10 on the puck line this season, which is a little bit surprising. I mean, Boston has owned this matchup in the head-to-head meetings in the past, but that being said, these teams only play each other twice a year, so you kind of got to take it with a grain of salt. And you know, the Arizona Coyotes were not a great team to start the year last year. They kind of came on strong, and even then, they still picked up a 4-3 win in Arizona as plus 294 underdogs. Now they come into this year, they're still decent on the road. Boston 9-2-1 at home, so a much better home team. But the thing about Boston is that they haven't had many blowout wins. They haven't had any wins that just make you go, oh my God, the Boston Bruins just kicked the crap out of their opponent. It's been a lot of 3-1, 4-2, 4-1, 3-0 kind of wins. And don't get me wrong, those wins are impressive for the defense, but they're not, games, like I said, that blow anybody away. The Arizona Coyotes, on the other hand, yeah, they play their best hockey at home as well. They're 8-5 at Mullet Arena this season, but they've been competitive on the road. They've won against Columbus. They beat the Vegas Golden Knights in Vegas as sizable underdogs. And I just think this could end up being a bit of a closer game. I mean, the Boston Bruins have still split their last 10 games. And I think we're getting some decent value here with the Coyotes at plus 1.5 at a near coin flip price. So I'm going to take the Coyotes plus 1.5, but I'm also going to take the under 6 in this one. I think if Boston wins this one, which let's face it, they probably should, could see a 3-2 kind of game here. So I'm going to take the Coyotes plus the 1.5 with the under 6 as well here. Up next, we head to the Scotiabank Saddledome, where the New Jersey Devils take on the Calgary Flames. And, the New Jersey Devils so far this season, 8-4 on the road, a very solid road record. Calgary, 500 team at home at 6-5-1. But the thing for me here is that, the Calgary Flames, sure, they got the win over the Carolina Hurricanes, and they've beaten Dallas and Vegas as well over the course of this 5-game homestand. Now, the last game will be on Saturday, a 6-gamer, but they've also taken losses to the Minnesota Wild and Vancouver Canucks, and the New Jersey Devils are just another solid team that's going to be rolling into town. The Devils playing some of their best hockey of the season right now. They've won back-to-back games, 5 of their last 6, and each of their last 3 games on the road, they've been taking care of business, scoring goals when they've had to, and when they haven't been scoring, well, the defense and the goaltending has been stepping up. I think that's exactly what we see here. I think the New Jersey Devils come in. They won both meetings against the Flames last year. I think they win another one here. I'm going to take the New Jersey Devils at the coin flip price. Next, we head to the Big D, to the American Airlines Center, where the Dallas Stars host the Vegas Golden Knights. And this should be a solid matchup between what you could see as a potential Western Conference final preview. I think both teams have definitely the potential to get there. But the thing for me in this game is that the Dallas Stars, they've been inconsistent as of late. They've split their last 10 games. They're coming off a 5-4 win in a shootout over the Washington Capitals, but didn't look all that convincing in that game. Now, sure, the Vegas Golden Knights, they've dropped 6 of their last 10, but they've also won 3 of their last 4, slowly showing signs of turning it around. And head-to-head against the Dallas Stars, Vegas has won 3 straight in 6 of the last 8 meetings between these two teams, including both meetings this season. I'm going to take the Vegas Golden Knights at plus money. Both meetings this season have also gone past 60 minutes, so maybe it's worth sprinkling an overtime bet on this one, but I'm going to be taking the Vegas Golden Knights in this one. Now we're going to head to the KeyBank Center where the Buffalo Sabres take on the Montreal Canadiens. It's an Atlantic Division matchup, and the Buffalo Sabres, well, they finally got a nice win over the Boston Bruins. I'll tell you, I was on the puck line on Boston in that game. Boston really couldn't get anything going, and the Sabres, a rare victory over the Bruins. So maybe they can build some momentum here, but gotta remember this is still a Sabres team that's lost 4 of their last 5, even with that win over the Boston Bruins. Now, granted, the Montreal Canadiens not playing a whole lot better. They've lost 4 of their last 6, but you look at what they've done on the road. They've won 3 of their last 4 road games, and their only 2 losses in their 5-game road trip last time out were against the Los Angeles Kings and the Boston Bruins, 2 of the better teams in the NHL. This is still a Montreal team that's 5-4-2 on the road, going up against a Buffalo team that's 5-7 at home this season. I think this line is just much of an overreaction with the Sabres win over Boston. Head to head between these two teams, Montreal has won 4 of the last 5, including the lone meeting this season in Buffalo. So give me Montreal here, plus 145. Now we head to Little Caesars Arena to see the Detroit Red Wings take on the Ottawa Senators. Another Atlantic Division battle here. As you got the Detroit Red Wings playing some solid hockey right now, 6-2-2 in their last 10. They are coming off of a 6-5 overtime loss to the San Jose Sharks, who are suddenly finding ways to win hockey games. Don't ask me how it works. It's just hockey. But the one takeaway for me for the Red Wings in that game is that for the 4th straight game, they scored 5 goals. And this is a Detroit team that is quickly coming on strong offensively in the NHL this season. They've scored 4 or more goals in 8 of their last 10 games. And the Ottawa Senators, well, they've been inconsistent offensively. They've scored 2 goals or less in 3 of their last 5 games. They're coming off of a loss to the Toronto Maple Leafs and a heartbreaker, 4-3. But I still think that Detroit has the upper hand in this game. Now, I know Ottawa has dominated the last 10 meetings. They've won 8 of the last 10, and they've split the 2 meetings earlier this season in Ottawa. But I think that Detroit just holds the cards here. Right now, they're playing better hockey, playing much better hockey on home ice, 8-3-3 so far this season. So give me the Detroit Red Wings on the money line here at minus 130. Next, we had a Scotiabank Arena where the Toronto Maple Leafs take on the Nashville Predators. And the Toronto Maple Leafs, they're a solid team talent-wise, and they've been getting wins here and there for sure. But take it from a Leafs fan, I'll tell you, this is not what I want to see. I don't want to see the Leafs, win a bunch of close games. I want to see them win games convincingly. And the fact of the matter is, right now, they can't do it. And, it doesn't help that right now, Toronto probably going to be without their, top goaltender, Joseph Wall, for a while now. He's out indefinitely. Ilya Samsonov, I don't want to say the backup, but he's the other half of the 1-2 punch for Toronto in goal. He's questionable for this game with an illness. You could see Martin Jones, the veteran goalie, in net for Toronto here. And the fact of the matter is regardless who starts in goal for Toronto here, when Toronto's winning, or even if they're not winning, lately they've been playing a ton of 1-goal games. They've been playing 8 straight now after the win against the Ottawa Senators. 8 straight 1-goal games. I don't know why I wouldn't want to lay minus 184 or even chase a puck line with the Maple Leafs in this spot. The Nashville Predators, they've won 3 straight and 8 of their last 10. Each of the last 3 meetings between these two teams have been 1-goal games, including Nashville's 3-2 overtime win in Nashville back on October 28th. I'm going to take the Predators here at plus 1.5. I might sprinkle a little bit on the money line at plus 154 as well. Now we head to the Capital One Arena where the Washington Capitals take on the New York Rangers. And, the Washington Capitals, well, they've been playing some decent hockey. And at one point they were playing what I would have considered their best hockey of the season. But now they've started to falter a little bit. And, the New York Rangers come into town, one of the best, actually, I should say the best road team in the NHL this season, 10-3-1. And, they're now catching a Washington team that's lost 3 straight and 5 of 7. The Rangers, they just got pummeled in Ottawa 6-2. But prior to that, they had won 3 straight and 6 of 8. And New York's also won 4 of the last 6 meetings between these two teams. I said yesterday that, minus 160, and I said it with the Florida Panthers yesterday, kind of on the minus 160 on the fringe of where I'm willing to lay a money line price. But this is a spot where I am willing to lay it. Wouldn't blame you for playing a regulation play or a puck line here, but I'm just going to stick with the Rangers on the money line at minus 160. Next, we head to the UBS Arena where the New York Islanders take on the Los Angeles Kings. And the New York Islanders, well, they've been playing some solid hockey. They won 3 of their last 4. They just obliterated the Columbus Blue Jackets when Columbus came to town a couple nights ago. The problem for the Islanders, though, is that they're 5-3-5 at home. And I've said it before, if it ain't broke with the Kings, don't fix it. 11-0 on the road now after they shut out the Montreal Canadiens 4-0 in the second game of this road trip. Now they will have to, be worrying about the second half of the back-to-back on Sunday against the New York Rangers. But for now, like I said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'm going to take the Kings minus 150 to get the job done. They've won 3 straight, 8 of 9. Yeah, the Kings are playing really good hockey right now. Give me the Los Angeles Kings on the money line. Next, we're going to the United Center where the Chicago Blackhawks take on the St. Louis Blues. And the Chicago Blackhawks finally getting a win to snap their 4-game losing streak last time out. Shut out the Ducks 1-0, but the underlying concern for me there with the Chicago Blackhawks remains the same. They've scored 1 goal in 4 of their last 5 games. And while the St. Louis Blues are on the second half of the back-to-back here and just got their teeth kicked in by the Columbus Blue Jackets, I still think the St. Louis Blues are the better team in this matchup. I'm sure they're 6-7-1 on the road. Chicago 4-6-1 at home. But the St. Louis Blues, like I said, they've got the better goaltending option here. They started Joel Hofer on Friday, meaning it's probably going to be Jordan Binnington that gets the start here. And you're giving me the Blues at what I feel is a cheap price with the better goalie in the crease here, and the Blackhawks struggling to score. Yeah, I'm going to take the St. Louis Blues on the money line in this one. I'm also going to take the under 6. I just think if the Blues win this one, which I do think they will, I could see a 4-1 or 3-1 kind of game here. So give me the Blues on the money line at minus 130 with the under 6 as well here. Next, we're going to the Ball Arena where the Colorado Avalanche take on the Philadelphia Flyers. And the Philadelphia Flyers, for me, have been one of the better surprises this season. Actually, one of the more profitable teams in the NHL this season. And a lot of that has to do with the fact that they're 8-4-1 on the road this season. And, also 10-2 on the puck line. The Colorado Avalanche, still one of the better teams in the NHL, but they haven't been playing like it as of late. They've lost 4 of their last 5, and I get it. In the NHL or in any pro sport, teams are going to go through their slumps. But right now, we're being asked to lay minus 210 or chase a puck line with a Colorado Avalanche team that, like I said, just hasn't been playing well. They also have losses on the road against Anaheim and Arizona. And when the lone win that they had in that 5-game stretch was a 3-2 win over the Ducks at home. The Flyers, like I said, they've been playing some solid hockey. They've won 3 straight. The goaltending has stepped up, and I think that Carter Hart could, should he be the one to get the start here, which I assume he would be, should be able to keep this one close for the Flyers and potentially give them a shot to win this one outright at some nice plus odds. So give me the Flyers here, plus the goal and a half. I'm going to sprinkle a little bit on the money line as well at plus 175. Next, we go to Climate Pledge Arena where the Seattle Kraken take on the Tampa Bay Lightning. And you got 2 teams I've really had to struggle to get a feel for. I backed the Tampa Bay Lightning the other night against the Nashville Predators, and they get their teeth kicked in 5-1. And they decided they're going to start Jonas Johansson in that game after starting Andrei Vasilevsky the night before. Dude's had 2 months off. You can get him on back-to-back starts, but either way, it's neither here nor there. For the Seattle Kraken, they're mired in a slump right now. They've lost 6 straight games, 3 goals or less scored in all 6 games. And I do expect Vasilevsky to be back in net for this one, considering that the Lightning have a couple days off between between this game and their next one in Vancouver. So if you're telling me that I'm getting the Lightning on the road, granted they haven't played their better hockey on the road, but you're giving me the Lightning on the road minus 125 with probably Vasilevsky in net against a Kraken team that's lost 6 straight. Maybe it's a trap, but if it's a trap, I hope it's net that can hold a lot of weight. I'm going to take the Lightning here at minus 125. Our final game on Saturday's card takes us to Rogers Arena where the Vancouver Canucks take on the Carolina Hurricanes. And, I'm still trying to fathom this line. I know the Vancouver Canucks have cooled off a bit since their hot start to the year where they went 12-3-1. They've had some inconsistencies. They've alternated wins and losses in each of their last 10. But the Carolina Hurricanes have lost 3 games in a row. And granted, they haven't been bad defensively in some of those, but they've scored 2 goals or less in each of the 3 games of this road trip so far. They've scored a combined 4 goals. And the Vancouver Canucks, sure, like I said, they've had their issues, but they're still scoring 3.81 goals per game this season, 3.1 goals per game in their last 10. And in their last 10, the Hurricanes 3.3 goals per game. But again, a lot of that's backloaded. Right now, I think the Vancouver Canucks, despite their inconsistencies, are playing the better hockey. The one thing that consistently the Carolina Hurricanes have done lately is lose hockey games and fail to score. So give me the Vancouver Canucks at even money in this one to round things out. That's it. That's all the NHL action for Saturday, December 9th, 2023. If you like this video, again, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to our channel. Also, make sure you hit that little notification bell in the bottom corner of your screen to get the newest and most up-to-date content here at Pick Dawgz. Also, again, a reminder, if you're looking for my best bets, the games that I love the most, head over to Pick Dawgz Premium, and also make sure to let me know your NHL picks in the comment section below. Thanks for watching.